What's up, YouTube? Brett from Rants here. So, Henry Cavill seems to be all over the place now. He goes from being, of course, the Man of Steel, and really played a prominent role, a lot better role in, of course, Zack Snyder's version of Justice League than what he did in Whedon's version. You have that, with DC, and then you have him in the Highlander, the upcoming Highlander movie, which in itself would just be just awesome in so many different ways. I think he would do an absolute great job at that. But now there's rumors, according to Bounding into Comics, that Disney might be in current talks with him as Marvel's Captain Britain. Let's go ahead and let's read this a little bit. It says, according to a new rumor, Superman actor Henry Cavill has allegedly met in secret with Disney at their offices in London. As reported by a source to UK entertainment outlet Small Screen, Cavill had to sit down with the House of Mouse people back in May, with the source noting that the actor was very intent on meeting face-to-face while also observing all proper COVID protocols. What was the purpose of the meeting? That's still a mystery, as says Small Screen. Edward Lauder wrote, was this for an upcoming project? Well, I wasn't told anything about that. However, we do know one thing. A major rumor can be put to bed, and that is Cavill is not up for the role of Brian Braddock, better known as Captain Britain. Lauder wrote in a follow-up, he learned from another source that the limey captain, aka Brian Braddock, brother of X-Men Psylocke, is not at all on the menu over at Marvel just yet. All I know for sure is that Marvel Studios isn't looking at Henry Cavill for the role of Captain Britain, said the source. They don't have any plans to bring Captain Britain to the MCU at the moment. Thanks to a brief mention in Avengers Endgame, it's been established that Braddock family line exists in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but Lauder believes Cavill's fame and price are too high for Disney, who might opt to go with an unknown actor instead. So what do y'all think about this? Do y'all think Henry Cavill would be up to playing that role? Do you think he would really jump ship from DC to do this? I mean, what does that say about, maybe future, is he really out, when it comes to Superman? That kind of is sad, and I say that simply because of the Snyder Cut. The Snyder Cut was so much better than what I ever dreamed of that I would be really sad if this was the last time that we saw Henry Cavill in that Superman outfit. But at the same time, I would be kind of interested in seeing maybe, something like a Captain Britain or something along those lines that would have, that would be different. Something new, something that we haven't necessarily seen before. We know that they have ruined, Captain America. So, you know what? It might be nice to see, some ruin some other countries, Captain. I guess, I don't know. There's something about adding new characters, characters that really aren't, based in any of this woke ideology of any way. Braddock doesn't fit by any of those narratives that they're pushing there, so it can't be of that. So if they did do something like a, add Cavill as a Captain Britain, I think that would be an interesting character to adapt. Granted, we're not going to see anything like they were saying in this Phase 4, but anytime that you have Henry Cavill wanting a face-to-face meeting with them makes me think that it's not out of the woodworks. We know some of these things take time. We don't know what current contracts he's currently based in right now. But for him to take taking into account that he wanted a face-to-face meeting with it. It was something very important to him. It was something that had to have been pretty big. And look, I feel like Captain Britain and being a part of the MCU would be of the highest, not just expectations, but emergency almost of sorts, to get a face-to-face view of it and to really tell your own about how interested you would be in such a part. I think it would be really interesting. Look, I got nothing against Henry Cavill. Henry Cavill, I think he's done a superb job as Superman. I think he's a good actor. I really do. Would I be, as a DC fan, would I be kind of sad to see him go? Yes, I would. Would I be sad to see him in a Marvel film? Even sadder. But, hey, it's business. I would really like to see something new from Marvel. I feel like Marvel's given us the same old stuff. I mean, I love the Loki series. I absolutely loved it. But I feel like it wasn't groundbreaking. I felt like WandaVision had that ability to be. Because, look, if you're a comic book fan, you probably know Wanda very well. And you probably know Vision very well, too. But for people that really aren't big into comics, these were kind of more minuscule characters than, the more popular ones that were in the Avengers. So, I mean, it's not... I thought it was groundbreaking in that it brought these characters to the forefront. It brought out interesting stories from the comics and brought it into really mainstream television, where that fans could see just how interesting those two characters and their relationship that they had were. I think something like this would be really good for Marvel to break out of the current flunk that they're in right now. And you can say, well, they're not in a flunk, they're still, making millions of dollars. I think Black Widow proved they're in a funk. And I don't know if there's any truly getting out of it. I don't know if bringing in characters that people, your average individual, really doesn't have a heart in, is necessarily the way to do it. But you know what? I say fresh blood to a certain extent when it comes to this. Something new, something unique. Characters, let's make a, character. Well, I feel like they even did it with Black Panther. Black Panther was, I always felt like, in my way, it was like a B-rated superhero. But he turned out to, out of all the heroes in the MCU, turned out to be my favorite one. And it turned out to be my favorite movie by far. So I mean, I feel like they could do something with Captain Britain. I hope that they maybe someday try to, and I hope Henry Cavill has a part in it. I don't necessarily believe this when they say, well, he's not in contention for anything, and Marvel has no plans to bring Captain Britain to life anytime soon. But like it said down there were hints that Captain Britain is in the MCU. So I feel like it's a bunch of smoke and mirrors when it comes to Marvel. This doesn't shock me as being if it was some of that. But at the end of the day, let's do something new. Bring in Henry, as much as I hate to say it, bring in Henry Cavill to play Captain Britain. Let's see something new. Let's see something interesting. Let's see a storyline we hadn't seen a million times over. Let's maybe do a character a more serious tone than what they did with Black Widow, I felt like. Add some depth to that character. Make that character beloved. And then, who knows? You might have a franchise just from that. But as always, guys, let me know what y'all think. Do you believe this when they say there is no Captain Britain in the near future? Do you believe that Henry Cavill isn't going to even be included maybe as in contention for this role. I don't necessarily believe it. I think his haste to want a face-to-face meeting was something important, and I can't think of anything more important than joining the MCU. But as always, guys, let me know what y'all think down below. And as always, thanks for watching, and y'all take care.